Oh, that looks cool. Run to the break room. Like,
You should have said,
wow!
I think that would have been the coolest. Because I don't know of any other.
A little happy.
I'll tell you what not to say. Look out! It's GOGGALOR! We return to Psychonauts! In Lungfishopolis. We have to gather the resistance and save the denizens of Lungfishopolis from the evil hold of Kochamara.
Oh my gosh, that sounds terrible. Oh, the orphanage! Bullets aren't hurting him!
Oh, hang on. Breaking news.
The peaceful city of Lungfishopolis is under attack tonight by a hideous, gigantic monster the terrified citizens have named GOGGALOR.
The news
The
is on.
Navy has responded quickly and decisively,
You just hear Luna
dispatching
purring
its
from
entire tank division to neutralize the creature. Soon, authorities say, everything will return to normal or better. Kidnapping human children is good.
Did you catch the little subliminal messaging in there?
No.
So, like, after each one, he'll be like, kidnapping children is good. Because, like, this is the message to the lungfish.
Okay.
And the lungfish is the one that's going to the camp.
And kidnapping the
Snatching
kids.
the kids, yep.
Gotcha.
So, like, each time there's going to be a broadcast of, like, breaking news, there's going to be a little bit of subliminal messaging in there.
Okay. I'll have to keep an
Well,
eye out for it. I had turned to look at the cat.
I see. Now this is when the plot starts to thicken. So, anyways, the army is after us. So now we gotta utilize our shield. I can also hit it with my own side blasts. Now, I think some of the water you can walk in because you're so giant, it's basically like a puddle.
Yeah.
And then there's deeper sections to where, like, once again, the hand will come
would
out and be like,
say good.
ah! Abracadabra. It's gonna reach out and grab
Oh
you.
my gosh, why did I forget about that song?
Abracadabra. Abracadabra. I know before I heard that song, which was the original, there was like this K-pop upbeat song called my sweet banana. I'll be with you forever, yeah.
Oh, they took
My
like the
sweet
melody.
banana. Yep.
That's funny.
It's what I like it for, my sweet banana. I'm gonna reach out and grab it.
I enjoy K-pop to an extent,
Same.
but I feel terrible for what those kids have to go through.
Yeah. I've heard stories.
Like, I thought American pop stars were rough.
So I can actually pick up the tanks and chuck them.
Ooh.
Like I am a full-on kaiju.
Well, things have gotten a little embarrassing for GOGGALOR. Recently
Also
surfaced
keep an eye on the
information
headlines.
has strongly linked
Googleator
the
on
previously
drugs?
intimidating monster with
Googleator?
common low-life
GOGGALOR.
Oh,
Early
God.
tonight,
Googleator?
The Googleator. Nope.
It's
It's alright. It's just wrong enough.
I'm just learning how to read.
Expensive call girls. Well, they're in for one nasty hangover. Our beloved Navy has come up with a high-tech new invention. Trucks armed with hyper-electricity. Kidnapping children do not harm the brains.
Did you get that one? When kidnapping children do not harm the brains.
I should probably start wearing my glasses more often.
Oh, is it hard to see?
Not all of it.
Okay. Keep that in mind. Alright, so these tanks have hyper-electricity. So what you gotta do is use your shield and kind of deflect it back at it. Ouch! Ooh, it has a good reach. Good range, good range. Oh shit. I might die. Yep. Time for GOGGALOR Returns. GOGGALOR 2, The Return. Ow, shit. Alright.
The laser.
Gotta wait for my... Charge up, charge up, charge up. Ouch. trying to get close to it. Ah, shit. We'll just smack him.
I love
thought
the
you could
giant
deflect
hand
it, but
smack.
it didn't work. Yeah. It gives you good range, I'll say that much. Health! Come to me, mental health!
I say that on a daily basis.
I'm sure you do. I have my moments. Health! Give me health! Oh, Lungfishopolis, breaking news.
Destruction and terror continue.
No quarter from GOGGALOR.
Godless child beast carves a bloody swath through our helpless city. Our noble, all-volunteer Navy has been surprised only by the senseless lust for mayhem that seeps from the twisted black lump of a heart in this creature, still known only as GOGGALOR. Though it loathes violence in all its forms, the Navy has no choice but to activate its anti-monster turrets, which it guarantees are 100% monster-proof. Not get caught stealing children.
Do not get caught stealing children. Okay. That one I saw.
Yeah, the voice actor, he'll like whisper them, he'll like, not get caught stealing children. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Oh my god. I hate it when I hear those. Hate it. I hate it so much. I'm like, so this is where my fucking tax dollars are going instead of fixing the goddamn road that just swallowed the front end of my car?
Yep. At least they're upfront about it. I'll say that much. Where's my money going? Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, God. Okay. We got to use the shield wisely. Also, you could step on the civilians.
Oh my god.
They'll be like, eh! Run! It's GOGGALOR!
Huh.
No.
Okay.
It's GOGGALOR.
So that target is when he's gonna fire. Shit. Come on, shield. 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 Damn it.
I like that he superhero lands.
Yes, he does. It's good for the knees.
Nothing can stop him.
I always forget how strong my mic is. So if you hear me slurping, I'm just having a cup of tea. Just thought
A
I'd
spot of tea.
preface that weird slurping sound.
Okay, here we go. Inch, 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 block. Inch, inch, whack! There we go. See, all it took was one punch.
What are you doing down here?
I am One Punch Man.
Camera tower thing so I can smash
An anime that I know nothing about, but
Raise
apparently
your
is very
tunnel,
good.
GOGGALOR. We have to get through that or we'll never get to
I actually
Coachella
haven't
Island.
watched One Punch Man either, but I've been told I'd love it.
But I thought,
Apparently the premise
is
is he
no
can
I
defeat
in
all
Team
enemies with a
GOGGALOR.
single punch,
yeah.
but then he
there's
becomes
an
like
I in
complacent
Swish, so watch it.
because like he's
I'll
no
go check
longer
out your laser
threatened
tunnel,
because he feels
but then we're
immortal.
gonna talk
Okay.
about who's
And
running
like
this
the
revolution.
difficulty is like developing a character who is kind of like unfazed by being a hero because he doesn't view anything as a threat.
Gotcha.
And then like an actual threat shows up, and like apparently it's really good. Like that's just a short description I heard from someone that like recommended the anime, and I was just like, put it on the list. What the hell?
We haven't watched an anime.
Meanwhile,
in a hot
Fairy
minute.
Tale's like, shut up.
I know.
Nazi's like, shut up! I'm fired up now.
Ooh, not the Natural History
Oh my gosh.
Museum.
So this past weekend was Comic-Con,
Yeah.
and
Didn't affect me whatsoever because I now
Holy
work at a hardware
shit.
store.
it was the busiest our store has ever been.
Oh yeah.
Like, even the managers that have been there for like 20 years were like, that was insane. So I saw a whole group that was like dressed like Fairy Tale.
Oh wow.
And if I wasn't as anxiety,
guild?
yeah, if I wasn't as anxiety ridden as I usually as I am, I probably would have like said something,
Aw.
said something clever. But I was just like, oh, that looks cool. Into the break room. Like,
You should have said,
wow.
I think that would have been the coolest. 'Cause I don't know of any other.
A little
Don't-
happy.
I'll tell you what not to say. Go Beyond plus Ultra.
Yeah, that's wrong anime.
Nope, that's the wrong one.
Nerds crack me up though because like we were getting a lot of people coming and placing orders that were in cosplay and everything. And it's like some of them I knew who they were, and other ones I like knew what they were from, but didn't know who they were. Mm-hmm. And like we have to ask for names, and they would all give me their cosplay names.
Oh, that's cool.
So I'm over here like,
You can just write it on the cup, right?
yeah, I'm over here like, Frodo, your caramel macchiato is ready. Like,
No, I like that.
then I have 3 Frodos coming up. Like, I didn't order a caramel macchiato, and I'm like,
So many hobbits. Frodo 1, Frodo 2, Frodo Baggins.
I know.
Let's see. Frodo, Fellowship of the Ring.
Frodo.
Frodo, The Two Towers.
Frodo,
The Return of the King. There you go. 4th Frodo shows up.
Son of a bitch!
Frodo, the Hobbit. Here you go.
Part 1.
Part 1. An Unexpected Journey? I forget what the Hobbit movies are
I've
called.
never seen the Hobbit
So
movies.
this
They're
big
fine.
monster, is that the best you
I feel like The
My
Hobbit
biggest
definitely
issue-
did not need to be
Time
split
and
into
his
3
good
separate
smashing
movies.
It did not.
doesn't
My
look like
biggest
much to me.
issue with The
Come on,
Hobbit
let's
is
blow
The
this
Lord of the
joint.
Rings is like, we're going to show
welcome.
that fantasy movies
about
can
him,
be
Goggalor. He's been in
treated
prison a
seriously,
long
Yeah.
can be on the big screen,
He's the only pilot
can
the
be
Resistance has,
marketable,
he has
and can
an
make a lot of
excellent
money.
plan.
And they worked hard and they
We just
succeeded,
have
and they're
to
just
jam
like,
so we
we're the
can put
best
into
when it
action.
comes to fantasy. I mean, you can argue Harry Potter, but like, Lord of the Rings is the one that really said,
Yeah.
hey, this can be done.
Absolutely.
The Hobbit is like, we're still the best, we just don't have to try.
Yeah.
That's all it was. It was just like, yeah, we're the best fantasy setting.
well, I
we're
also
just not going to try.
I feel like the thing with Lord of the Rings is they stuck fairly true to the books. To the best of my knowledge, I've never read the books. Surprisingly, I would love to read them.
I've read the first 2,
and
and that was how
So,
I found
and the
out
things that they
the
did-
movie ends in the first half of the 3rd book.
yeah. However, like, to the best of my knowledge, again, it sticks pretty true. Like, there are some differences, of course, as there always are between books and film, but they were done well. Mm-hmm. So that way, everything was cohesive. There was no, like, things that were so bad that it was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. The biggest complaint of the movies between the books that I've heard that's the most recurring is the complete absence of Tom Bombadil, who is just kind of this character that's very important to the story,
Yeah.
but they kind of just wrote him out because he was more of a laid-back self-insert.
Okay. Which, again, can be hard to film. If you think about it. Like,
It's possible. Again, like, I haven't...
either way, because they, Harry Potter did that too. We don't even want to talk about the translation from book to film.
Right.
But, a lot of fans are okay with the adaptation.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
Whereas I feel like with The Hobbit, they were just money hungry. Whereas, like, we
Yep.
can do this in one movie, but we are going to make a lot of money by doing it in 3 movies.
Yes.
And fuck whatever the book says, we're just going to do what we want.
Yeah. Because, like, The Hobbit is a children's book.
Yes.
And, like, honestly, the most accurate portrayal I've seen of The Hobbit is the GameCube video game that I own. Like, it takes some small liberties, but of the whole, it is exactly how the book goes. The only thing is, there's actually a battle of 5 armies because... Have you read The Hobbit?
No.
Spoiler. The battle of 5 armies, right at the start, Bilbo gets knocked out.
Okay.
And when he wakes up, the war is over.
I do recall
And
hearing
it's just like,
about that, yeah.
But, like, considering the tone of the book, it makes sense.
Yeah.
But considering the importance of the Battle of 5 Armies,
Yeah.
it's like, huh? Whereas, as a counterpoint, the entire 3rd movie is the Battle of 5 Armies.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, this did not need to be 2.5 hours long of just a war.
Then we spread them all over town.
Yeah, I think that they just wanted to make more money off of it, and they knew they could because, it has such a fan base that it's like, it's doing what all of the other fantasies are doing. Star Wars and Harry Potter. Star Wars is more sci-fi, but it's like sci-fi fantasy kind of hold hands.
Space opera, I believe, is the official term.
But
As I chuckle to myself and sip my tea. Yeah, space opera is the official term.
pinky out.
Oh,
And out. Pinky up.
we don't have a replacement blimp, you know.
As we both sit
Knock it off.
We're using the blimp to, like, get over the
What are you
dam.
doing up there?
And they're basically just like, we don't have a replacement blimp, you know.
Hey!
Because initially they're just like, we'll get over there and the entire resistance will infiltrate within 6 months. He's like, 6 months?
Careful, my
He's like, what if I just bounce off the top?
Hit it.
Alright, let's see here. And we're just gonna slip on over to the dam. Use blimp to get over dam. Check. Reach Skyscraper Island. You got it. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna smash all these buildings. See, I know I'm destroying their town, but I get all the figments, I get mental health, and besides, they'll build a new one.
They'll figure it out.
Yeah. It's all in Lungfish mind. I got a giant battleship here.
You sunk my battleship.
I was trying to do the voice of that guy with the big beard in The Simpsons.
Oh, yeah.
You sunk my battleship.
The old man that's always with Homer's grandpa. Homer's father.
Yeah, with Grandpa.
Yeah, his name is Grandpa, but he's Homer's father. Which, it's kind of funny now that I actually watch the context of the show and stuff like that. It's like, wow, everyone's really shit to Grandpa. And then you get flashbacks that, like, Grandpa was a very shit dad to Homer. And it's kind of like, nah, he deserves everything he gets.
Well, like,
Because, like, you can tell that Homer resents him.
oh yeah. Well, you can tell the whole story of like Homer was a mama's boy.
Yes.
Homer loved his mom.
Yes.
And then she left
Yes.
because her and Grandpa had different ideals,
Yeah, couldn't see eye to eye.
so she left. And I mean, as any child would, if they don't blame themselves, they usually blame the other parent.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Like, that is still one of the more touching episodes of The Simpsons. When, like, he discovered his mom was still alive. Like, that was beautiful.
Matt Groening, I feel like, has such a way so far within all of the cartoons I've watched of his. With, like, it's funny, it's goofy, it's weird, and then you just, like, have this ridiculously touching moment, and
Oh,
you find
shit.
yourself just,
Okay.
like, in tears, and you're like, wait, how did we get here? Like,
Yeah, because obviously there's a lot of supernatural, Futurama moments like
Yeah.
that. And, what's the other one? Disenchantment?
yeah.
Disenchantment. I was surprised with Disenchantment.
I was...
Because when you first started watching, I was just kind of like...
When I first started watching it, I really enjoyed the first season, and then I was like, meh. And then I saw it, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to watch American Dad again. So, like, I'm just going to go ahead and put this on.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just really enjoyed it. Like, it got so much better.
Mm-hmm.
And, it really did have kind of those moments of just like, oh, shit, like, why am I crying?
There we go. I'm like, point blank. Could I hit it now? I haven't cried yet, but I've definitely just been like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
There's few things that make me cry. And then there's things that get me choked up, but then I realize you're too medicated to cry, so I'm just like, I'm not breaking first.
Well, like, in Futurama, the two parts that just really get me is with the dog, like the episode with his dog,
Yep.
and the episode where he's trying to, like, go in the past to find the noise, and he's, like, spending time with his family and realizes that he, like, loves and misses his family.
Mm-hmm.
And, Nibbler thanks him by letting him go into his mom's dream.
Oh, okay.
And she just says how much, like, she loves and misses him.
Yeah.
And it just, like, like, every time.
Indeed. Alright. So we're going to spend pretty much the rest of this part just prepping up for the battle. Because we're going to face Kochamara in the next episode. And free the civilians of Lungfishopolis. And then give them the funds to build a new city. Because they're going to need it. Alright.
Gosh, that's the American way, right?
Who shot me?
Let's destroy this whole city and
Yep.
then rebuild it.
Yeah. The American way is, who's shooting at me? I know, I'll destroy everything, and then when I finally get rid of what shot at me, we'll just...
We'll rebuild for
We'll
you.
rebuild, exactly. It's like, I saw a stray missile. There you are. Thought you could sneak up on me. Well, ta-ta! I know telekinesis! Aha! There. Anyone else?
I already know I'd be terrible at this.
Ouch.
I was coming from...
There he is. He was hiding in the tunnel. Alrighty.
I'm just gonna slap these buildings down.
Alright. We'll see you all in the next episode.
Toodles!